Right, update on my Bougainvillea. So it's the end of October, and this is where they're at. So this is one of them. It sits up in the corner. I can't remember what I call this one, but this is a Tesco one. I've had a few years. As you can see, it's got bracts. And the bracts are attempting to grow, but it's been quite cold as it's the end of October. So that's how that one's doing. And what is it? It's generally been about 10, 11, 12 degrees, but as we go into November, it tends to drop much colder. And the sun's out in this corner where this plant sits. It gets up to 35 degrees centigrade, but yeah, with a cloud cover at the minute. I'll have a look, I'll see what the temperature is. Yeah, 14 degrees. So I don't know if that thwarts its growth. It's had a bit of growth, I think, this year. There's lots of little bits of growth everywhere. And it looks like it's going to possibly push on a bit more if it stays warm. Anyway, that's number one. Again, another Tesco one. This one I call number two. It's grown alright, I think. Doesn't look too much as though it's going to push on much over the next few weeks, but yeah, it's going alright. One of the taller ones. Again, another Tesco one. So that's going alright. The dilemma I have is whether to actually cut them back, because apparently cutting them back does things for them, but I think with our climate, I don't know if that's going to actually work. I think in the climates that are normally grown in, I think the warm weather, the amount of sunlight, I think if you cut them back and prune them, you see probably lots of videos. It kind of encourages vigorous growth, but I'm a bit unsure. And I'm trying to find out whether that's the case in the UK, but for the moment I'm not doing too much of that. I might do it in January or February, we'll see. Anyway, that's number two. So this is number three, I call this one. Again, another Tesco one. Probably 3 years old, I think. So yeah, again, not too bad. Bit sparse in terms of bracts, but evidence that it's going to push on a little bit. Possibly might grow a little bit when it sits indoors, but I think the light tends to kind of like knock them back when there's a lack of light. Yeah, that's number three, and that's how that is. The ruler in front there is a metre, so it kind of gives you the scale. Finally, the last one, this is the Italian one, this is the Barbara Karst. This is the one that is supposed to grow vigorously and exceptionally fast, but it's only a year and a month or so old, and as yet I've not seen it. It's got plenty of growth on it, it's got plenty of like potential growth with, I don't know, it looks as though it might have bracts developing. I'll do some close-ups. So as you can see here, lots of new growth all over the plant. Yeah, look, lots of potential. So maybe in the spring, even down on the branches, on the hardwood, lots of little bits of new growth. So it might, once it's indoors, it might actually push on with the warmth. I don't know, but as I say, this is what I'm doing this for, to kind of show you what to expect possibly. Yeah, it looks like it's growing. It looks like it's about to really grow. And it's a shame in a way that with November coming, that growth is going to be thwarted by the cold weather and also the lack of light. Once it comes indoors, the lack of light will make a big difference. Anyway, that's what you might expect in the UK from your Barbara Karst. And that's what it's about. See you in another month's time for another report.